Hello guys. Welcome to Diablo the Primordial. This video is the continuation video after True Dragon vs True Titan Part 2. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. And please check out my second channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensura. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates. Size is power, but he would be at disadvantage with the way things are going. Veldora realized so. Good grief, for you to learn to control that far. As expected from De Gruul. However, I will not be defeated. Veldora also compressed his energy and transformed into human form, as a response to De Gruul. The unordinary melee fight begun. De Gruul's fist sunk into Veldora's abdomen. At the same time, Veldora's elbow hit De Gruul's face. Their fight lasts several hours, neither of them yielding to the other. A kick for a kick, a fist for a fist. Each other's attacks will be countered with the same attack. Instead of fighting firmly on the ground, the places of their battle were changing one after another. From the sky to the ground. And blowing off the surroundings, to the desert. And again to the sky high. Sometimes outside the atmosphere. For both of them who are masses of energy, the battlefield was same whether they go. With their own body as the launch pad, they driven super compressed energy to the opponent. And then, splendidly discharging the received energy out of their body, they prevented fatal injury. It was important to suppress one's own energy loss while making the opponent waste theirs. Each of their attacks intersected, properly speaking, with the power of their blow. Even high-class Majin would be blown into oblivion. Although they were causing large damage on the surroundings, both of them already stopped caring. A fierce battle that seemed to last forever. However, Veldora continued to wait for the opportunity. With his training with Zijin and Ultima, and guidance of the strong people in the labyrinth. In addition, his combat experience with Velgrind and Rimuru had made Veldora grew stronger by one level. Close quarters combat was the best combat technique for Veldora. I thought that I was a master, but it seems I still have a long way to go. I'll say it once again, De Gruul, stop obeying that imposter. You're so stubborn, Veldora. My loyalty won't change even if he died. Is that so? I'm so disappointed, De Gruul. I shall end you with my strongest secret technique. De Gruul tensed to Veldora's words. However, it was already too late. Veldora had already completed his preparation. Veldora activated his ability. That moment, the surroundings are covered with prismatic darkness. Engulfing a vast area that even covered the region of the Death Desert of Holy Kingdom Ruberio's territory. Fertile paradox. Veldora muttered in small voice. Inside the prismatic darkness, a cruel miracle manifested. The fight between Veldora and De Gruul brought tremendous destruction to their surroundings. There's a person who thought of this as something unpleasant. That person is Ruminus. Damn, that lizard. He's really uck. Why he does take things this far. She was raging so much, that her body was shaking and trembling little by little. While having a hard time of restraining it, Ruminus pondered. The ground was flooded with pillars of lightning. Anyone unfortunate enough to be hit by it would immediately carbonize. Anyone can see clearly that it's just a matter of time before damage befalls the inner city area. The threefold barrier that protected the holy city has already unable to perform its task. The large-scale magic essence warding barrier in the border had vanished due to the shockwave created when De Gruul and Veldora clashed. It was unable to endure it even for a moment and was blown away, but it had valiantly tried to resist. The anti-monster attack defense barrier which protected the daily lives around the holy capital was in the similar condition. After all, as the barrier was set with the purpose of preventing monster attack of a certain level and below, it is rather harsh to expect it to be able to withstand the attacks of true dragon or titan that can be called super life form. This also was blown away so quickly. The only one left was just the evil purification barrier. The people who maintained the barrier raised their angry complaints while crying tears of blood. If one of them lost their focus, it was certain that the barrier would collapse immediately. That is without exception the 7 celestial sages, who commanded the barrier maintenance. In adherence to Rumina's order, they risked their lives, doing their best to maintain the barrier. Luckily they changed the barrier to anti-holy attribute using holy demonic inversion, in order to prevent the angels' invasion. Veldora aside, De Gruul's attribute is holy. Therefore, they managed to succeed in maintaining the barrier. In the first place, the barrier purpose was to be anti-Veldora, but it had become useless. Ruminez let out a sigh sharply as she was watching the battle unfolding in the sky. A battle of transcendent ability that exceeded even Ruminez's imagination. Of course, even if Ruminez attempted to participate in the battle, it would be suicidal. Even if she wants to complain, there's no way to voice it. Therefore, unable to do anything but watching was her current situation. And so, the battle grew more intense. Next to Ruminez is Xian, who was enthralled by the battle with intense concentration. That's natural, so Ruminez thought. After all, such battle of myths like this was something that won't happen even once in 1,000 years. The battle between strong people, it's an experience where other people could only do nothing but to see it. One more thing, the lump of plasma of Thunderstorm that was repelled by De Gruel, came flying and created a crater as it directly hit the inner city area. That damn lizard. Did he intend to destroy my country once more? He really needs to pay attention to his surroundings. Ruminez is thinking about such unreasonable thing. Although she fully aware that it's an impossible thing, she couldn't help but to think so. And so, in the battle between Veldora and De Gruel, they changed into close combat fight by changing to their human form. No one able to take their eyes off. The super-class fight will soon approach its end. At the same time, Veldora mutters something in a small voice. Prismatic darkness was created. What is this? It spread at a terrific speed and wrapped up the surroundings. When Ruminez sensed the danger, it's already too late. Her panic increased. Ruminez's defensive barrier has no meaning. Resistance is meaningless, Ruminez thought, was swallowed by the prismatic darkness. One of the 7 great nobles that served Ruminez, Archduke Gunther Strauss, who is the head, confronted a considerable threat. He was fighting against one of the executioners. Faruki Mai, who using the crescent bow. Mai's outward appearance was of a 16-years-old high school student, but her fighting power was beyond description. Gunther is a true ancestor vampire who lived since the ancient times, who is called Archduke. He's a strong person who surpassed a simple demon lord. His ability is equaled to Carrion, who is a former demon lord. And yet, in front of Mai, all he can do is defend. The 7 great nobles and the subordinates under them were assigned with the role to assault De Gruel's army from the flank as a mobile army. However, that strategy was prevented by Mai alone. Because people other than Gunther had been annihilated by Mai's Stardust Rain. The vampire's super regeneration can't catch up due to the terrifying meteor arrows. The only one who barely alive was the other great nobles, who was always quarreling with him. While managing to somehow cooperate, they defended against Mai's attacks, but that's a story from a little while ago. People who receive the direct hit from the arrow become unable to regenerate, they lost the ability to continue fighting. Currently, the only one who able to move in this place was only Gunther. Ah, you're so tenacious. It would be better if you fall down quickly, you know? Shut up, you lowly human. I will dig my fangs on your neck, and suck your blood dry. Gunther sustained a decrease in vital activity, which stimulated his survival instinct. Originally, he has no need to suck blood. In the old times, Vampire Act 2 absorbs mana through blood, but after evolved, he able to absorbs mana directly from the spirit. However, right now, his eye color changed, as he perceived Mai as his prey. Like a cornered beast, Gunther released all restrictions on his body. To his pride as an archduke. He thought that he must not be defeated by a mere lass. Gunther released the taboo. Commanding his old blood, Gunther returns to his original appearance. Magic power runs through his whole body, transforming his body, to regain his form as the Emperor of the Night. To his past form as a demon lord before being a subordinate to demon lord Ruminez. However, even so you said? That it would be better if I fall down quickly, and so. It didn't reach Mai. Mai acquired ultimate skill master weapon after obtaining the power of Seraphim, and so she possesses combat power of an awakened demon lord at million class. Even among the executioners, particularly, sword, shield, and bow, those 3 people were the highest among all Yuki's subordinates. Arios, who mastered the bastard sword. Zero, who is an impregnable wall with his star shield. And Mai, who mastered the crescent bow. Those 3 people were an exception. Arios was once defeated by Damrata. That bitter experience seems to have promoted his growth. He threw away his self-conceit and became able to proceed through fights calmly without looking down on the enemy. The current Arios is like a different person. Zero, in a few words, was a silent man. However, he will certainly fulfill his given duties. From the start, he was a person worthy of special mention of his defensive power with his unique skill Unmovable One, but after awakened with Star Shield, Zero's defense was a perfect impregnable wall. And the last Mai is, with a flowing movement, she knocks her bow and shot her arrow. From a single arrow of a shot, it splits into many becoming like meteors. She is a one-man army. Exactly, that title was appropriate for her. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my earlier videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And please check out my other channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensura. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.